Are you taking the train?
Yes, I am. Thank you, kind sir. Okay, we're gonna go to Luxarian South Station. Easy. Okay. Okay, so before we get started with this next part, okay, so so now the dead dunes are pretty much done because Fang is heading towards Luxarian to meet up with Vanille again. So I'm assuming that there's gonna be a little bit of a heart-to-heart scene between her and Fang eventually. We're not gonna be seeing that scene right now, but we have to do something before we continue. But honestly, like that whole thing, like Fang has always been a character. Like she's always from the beginning, she's been very protective of Vanille, and she's always been like, well, I gotta like even that whole thing at that in the first game, right? You have Vanille and Fang who are supposed to become Ragnarok together, right? At the end of the game, they become Ragnarok, and they basically save Cocoon from falling into poles, right? And that was the whole thing. But prior to that even happening, the reason why Fang's what is it called? Her what is it? The Lassie tattoo thing, right? The Lassie brand. When she got it, it was kind of like iced out. You remember when it was kind of like it kind of looked like more of a scar than it was like it was frozen, right? And so that was due to the fact that she tried to become Ragnarok herself, and in reality they were supposed to become Ragnarok together. And so Fang was trying to protect Vanille from becoming Ragnarok because she knew what would happen if they became that, right? And so she was trying to save like Vanille from that fate. And so she's always been trying to protect Vanille from anything. And so I think at this point Vanille is always trying to like, okay, I don't want you to protect me. I need to repent for like doing all this and making all like basically all of their bad stuff that's been happening throughout like this entire game, right? Like the entire series. Like because of their actions, because they couldn't, fulfill their focus and they were delaying it, they ended up hurting a lot of people. And I think Vanille at this point she's always been remorseful about it. Is that the right word? Am I using the right word for that? But she's always been like, she felt guilty. She felt guilty about like, oh, a lot of what ifs and whatnots and stuff. And I feel like even at this point, she's willing to like sacrifice herself because she feels like that's the only way for her to repent. I mean, I don't think she's gonna end up. I have a feeling that Fang is gonna like profess something, and I don't know, like she's gonna make her want to like not do it and change her mind, and so that way Lightning can save both of them, and then I think we'll probably end up getting like maybe 2 days of Aradia worth, because if we save both of their souls, then it's gonna be a pretty good deal. You know what I'm saying? So. To Luxarian to do one more quest, and then we're gonna head over to Yusunon as well. So we gotta talk to this one guy that we've been talking to.
Looks like an angel when she smiles.
Are they talking about Luca again? Oh, I thought that was a thing. Hey, Noel. What's up, Noel? Nolly boy. But yeah, honestly, it's like this. Oh man, I'm so happy that we're getting this far. And the good thing is, because of the way that it's written, it feels like everything is even if we don't line up the schematas correctly, like the way that they have it in the guide, we're still like doing pretty well. So
you mentioned you used to cover high-profile stories. I'm investigating a story for a friend. Do you know anything about a man named Ranulf?
Ranulf? Yes, I think I do. Yes. The poor man's wife and daughter were brutally murdered over some business dispute. Happened quite a while ago. He lost everyone he loved in the blink of an eye. What a tragedy.
That's some memory you have. This happened centuries ago.
My boss put me in charge of that story. It's one that's hard to forget.
That's lucky for us. Ranulf himself asked me to look into the case, so he can know the truth. Do you think you can help?
Actually, I think I might be able to do just that. I can hardly refuse any favors from you now, can I? Except, I wonder if you wouldn't mind doing something for me in exchange. Nothing too time-consuming.
You already owe me.
Just to hear me out, please. You're helping all kinds of people, aren't you? Would you keep doing that, but when you're done, come tell me their stories.
Just their stories? Are you sure that's all you want from me?
Yes, I want to write something that will inspire people and lift their spirits. What better subject than you?
Okay. Wait, that's it, right? That's all I'm supposed to do? I'm just supposed to talk to him. Oh, okay. No. I have to talk to him one more time.
I've done what you asked.
I was like, we just talked to him one more time because we've already finished it.
Everyone, you'll be an inspiration to my readers. This will make a fantastic article.
You're
not here
welcome.
to preach morality, but doesn't that violate some sort of reporter ethics? Writing stories that you helped create?
The job of a reporter is to follow the truth, and that's what I'm doing. But if we're being completely honest, the real reason I asked for that favor isn't for a story. My real purpose was to observe you and watch you in action.
Okay. Creepy.
Why me?
I know who you are now. You help people, and in doing so you save their souls. That's the duty you've been assigned by you-know-who upstairs. You are the savior, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I've been telling you guys this entire time.
I was all along.
Let's just say I had a hunch. But don't worry. Your secret will be safe with
Like,
me.
it's so funny, because I'm
won't
just
tell
like,
anyone.
dude, we've been
By
telling
the
you
way,
guys
I
this
looked
this
into
entire
Ranulf's past.
time.
Found something that might
But
be
no, none of y'all listening
Case
to
was cold for a
me.
long time, but it turns out they did find a suspect in the end.
So, was he arrested?
I don't know if this is good news or not, but the person in question appears to have passed away some time ago. Once the authorities saw the death certificate, they stopped the investigation.
You're right. I don't know if that's good or bad news. So who was the person behind this?
Some lowlife that was part of a criminal organization, specialized in petty crime. The order had been on his trail for a while. But he was a wily little rat, managed to stay one step ahead. He went through aliases, but the one on the death certificate was Reddick.
Reddick? I met someone with the same name in the Warren. He said he'd been in hiding for a long time.
Could it be the same man? Is it possible he's still alive? But there was a death certificate and everything.
Nope, he's still
He
alive.
mentioned that he was
He's still
dead
alive.
in the eyes of the law. And he also knew where Ranulf's journal was.
Do you think he managed to fake his own death by forging the document to escape the Order's scrutiny? I suppose that could be possible. Then it looks like the case has been solved. We found our man. I'll go through the records again, in case we missed something.
It was Reddick, the man in the Warren with no name. Are you gonna tell Ranulf about this?
If it really was Reddick, there's something I want to ask him first. Let's go to the Warren and see if he'll talk.
Okay, Noli boy, you got that? Going to sleep, have a good night. Alright. See you, Justin. Have a good night. Sleep well. Okay.
There are strange people.
Yeah, there are strange people.
I hope I get to meet the saint today.
You will not.
Holy night that fights darkness.
I'll never grow up no matter how much you
Wow, being a child in this time, like, would be brutal.
Go ahead and board.
Oh wait, this is the Oh, I was supposed to go the other way. Whoops. I'm supposed to go to the That's okay. We'll just teleport. It doesn't matter. We need to go to Usanon. I totally messed that up. I was supposed to go to the North Station, not South Station. So I should have kept going and then taken the North Station, but it's whatever. I didn't want to waste any more time because we're supposed to get there before 1900 anyway. So, I mean, what's 2 EP, right? 2 EP is nothing.